still cheating if you pause a relationship intentionally because you want because you want to go out and have a relationship or a fling or somebody with somebody else? Is that still considered cheating? I don't think it is either. I mean, do you have to disclose, hey, I want to go on a break because of this, or can you just say, you know what, I think it's time for us to have a break because whatever, fill in the gap. I say it is. I don't.
No, that's the definition of cheating. You fill in the gap, my ass. You gotta say, I think we should go on a break so I can go have sex with this other man.
But it's still a break. You're still getting the option. Look, you still don't get an option. But
that's not cheating. If you let them know what's up, not know. Oh, I think we should just go on. That's like a dude starting a fight. Oh, I'm done with you, and then go having sex with a woman, and then
that happens too. But okay, go ahead.
And coming back and we make up, and then it just is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna tell you about it because we work together for that.
And I feel like that's at least respectable because you went together and you both said it. We're not together. You had equal opportunity just like the other person. I feel like that's something that I feel like can be respected. You said I'm done. Whatever, you made it very clear. I have options. You have options now. So
no, that's not very clear. Very clear.
That all the time, but then they will make a woman feel like she's trash if she went and got some while they were broken up, even though they went and got a whole bunch of some.
They're trash too.
But like, even if they got none, I don't see it. See, this is what I don't see what the problem is. I feel like if you're telling somebody, look, we're done, then we're done. So why am I caring what you're doing? And I get the like. Look,
yeah, but you can't be. Yeah, if you done, be done, but you can't
come back after that. Are you trying to say you can't come back and build? Hold on, are you trying to say after that break you can't come back and build a strong relationship?
No, that's not like that's.
But I feel like you don't need to even disclose what happened while you were in that relationship.
That's cheating.
No, I feel like I don't feel like that it would be. I feel like that would be.
That's premeditated cheating.
I feel like that would more like be saying, look, your time is up for now. I'm through with you, and I need to go on this break. And then, like, I don't even think it's necessary to even disclose if that happened while on the break, because it's like I went with you, so why does that matter?
If that dude like just ran through 80 of your friends during that time, friends.
Well, then I'm gonna hear about it, but I'm gonna hear about it from the friends. And then again, that's an integrity thing. Why are you after somebody's friends? Why can't you go find somebody who ain't close to? I don't get it. Like, that's not necessary.
It just happened.
You're taking it to another level of corruption, because that's unnecessary. But I was gonna say, when cheating does happen, do you feel like do you ladies feel like women are more likely to stay in a relationship where cheating has clearly happened, and then why and why not?
Can you repeat that?
Do you feel like women are more like, I feel like they are, but do you feel like women are more likely to stay in a cheating?
Objection.
Let me finish. Do you feel like women are more likely to stay in a relationship where cheating has happened and they like it's knowingly happened, or men? And why? I think women are more likely to stay in those relationships.
Yeah.
Objection.
Okay, object. Overruled now. Ella, what you got? What do you say?
I agree. There's been I even have friends. So there's so many times where a woman will stay in a relationship where someone is cheating on them, because guys hold it to they hold the females I want to say as how do I it's okay for guys to have had a trillion other a trillion and a half other people that they've been with, and the women and the guy thinks that, and even women thinks that women are disgusting if they can't count them all on one hand. And so, and with that, there's an obvious subconscious subliminal message that it's okay for men to be more sexual than it is okay for women to. So if a guy cheated on her,
we're supposed to know women's body when they don't.
Right, and we're not even supposed to go and get experience by being with other people. And so
we're supposed to know, we're going to get experience, but we're supposed to have experience.
Exactly, we're supposed to be inexperienced, but we're supposed to gain knowledge on how to please a man.
Yeah, I got Cosmo.
Exactly.
Read that Cosmo. That's so true.
But for that reason, I believe that more women will take a guy back after cheating than guys would, because it makes a girl, she's a dirty slut now.
Yeah, I'll say that's true. I'll say it's more likely that a woman would take a man back after cheating than a man would take a woman
Plus,
back.
guys are naughty and those.
But for what reason?
Unless you buy them a PlayStation.
The 5, huh?
Even women will stick up for guys.
So, and if that's the case, so women, a guy will take her back if she buy the 5 and stay with her because man.
Hey, I'm just a little. I'm like, bro, that's just a little cheating. You really go leave your PlayStation 5 over a little. Like, hey, hold on. Did she let him play the PlayStation?
The guy she cheated on him with?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If she did, she ain't gonna say she did.
Yeah,
why the hell? Like, I'm not gonna date somebody if you playing a damn PlayStation. That's like,
don't
really?
let it happen again. Don't let it happen again.
That's why I would never admit to anything ever.
Cause we ain't gonna be alive for the PlayStation 6, so like you
Wow.
This is like why you don't date a child. Cause like, why are you even having time to play a damn station? You need to be out working.
I'm drunk, bro. What you talking about?
He works too, and he has it.
I don't want anybody playing. I refuse to even entertain someone who plays video games.
So what if he plays it with your son?
Stop. Man, look, I'm just.
My son can't play video games.
I'm gonna ask y'all,
Never.
I'm gonna ask y'all, man, audience, a question. Your woman cheat on you. She don't buy you a PlayStation. Are you leaving? Versus your woman cheat on you.
Why are you playing
PlayStation 5? And she bought the PlayStation 5. Just think about it. Is it gonna matter?
Your woman cheat on you. She never tells you. Y'all are some degenerates.
Listen, and then his best friend could tell you, and you could run yourself out the way.
I'm not this mean. Because I'm telling you, okay, these are the issues. Like everything. I've never cheated on anyone in my entire life. Okay, that's too bad because I feel like there's at least one person that you should have. No, I'm just joking about. Jeez. No, I'm saying I don't like what you guys are saying, but
my point is,
so
like me, if a guy cheated on me and tried to give me a video game and think that I was going to be okay with him cheating on me, I would probably go bananas and beat him in the head with that video game. So
listen. What if he cheated on you? Was like it was an accident, but look. I got the family compound, 1,000 acres.
At that point, absolutely. Thank you, baby. If that's what it took for you to make this happen.
I just gotta put this on you. You understand?
Absolutely. I would definitely, but we're not talking about women having an issue taking back a cheater, because we've already established that a woman is more likely to take back a cheater than a man is. And so, but yeah, the campaign was, I'm so over my ex, and I think if he came at me with that, it's like I would still have to take it. Yeah.
Yeah, because people die every day, be it on accident.
Exactly, be it on accident, and there's so many ways that it could happen. So many accidents that could happen. So
and then the wife just inherit all your.
How do we get
why they get in the set? Most Abby, women are most likely to take a dude back because of the stigmas on women being promiscuous, rather than guys being able to be experienced with a lot of different people.
I mean, what do y'all think about these open relationship situations? Is it just like, do you guys feel like that those poly relationships are ones that are just for folks who don't have children? Or because I keep seeing and I ask that because I keep seeing like these even in groups, I keep seeing like these memes and the promotion for these type of relationships, and I've even seen people post pictures like, well, this is their family and this is like all the other women and the kids and everything. I feel like there's like so much dysfunction about that, and I can talk about that in a minute, but like, what do you all think? Do you think it's just like
My only thing is I believe that the reason why is dysfunction because it's not a norm, and those kids in that relationship that didn't sign up for that kind of relationship. The kids are kind of a victim of it, and they're going to be victimized at school because it's not a norm. They're going to be freaks. They're going to be considered weirdos. They're going to be, and it's only because it's not a norm. I think that if it was a norm, then there's nothing wrong with it, because the kids aren't going to have to deal with ramifications, negative ramifications of the adult's decision to be different.
I think when you bring a lot of different adults around children who aren't related to them, you put your child in a situation to be victimized. And so that's my concern about a poly relationship. You're bringing a lot of different men and women around your child that is not related to them. And if you look at the statistics that are involved in bringing different adults around your children. And women too, because women prey on children too. Huh? And women prey on children. I said men. I know. I just want to when you bring different men and women that are not related to your children, or it greatly the statistics of them being violated is greatly increased. I mean, it's greatly increased. And so having a poly relationship, have children, I don't agree with. If you don't have children, then yeah, sure. I don't have any problem with that.
Well, if we were to like not all poly relationships, the kids aren't related to the adult. Because if there's a poly relationship where there's one dude and all women, then the kids would still have his, so it has to be, there would be both, they would still be family, but there would still be some stigma around it unless they're in a community where they're only
that's not a poly relationship. If there's actually, one man and a lot of different,
still a poly relationship.
That's not poly.
That's kind of, yeah, but that's polygamy.
It's a kind of poly relationship. It's a polygamous, which is a form of a. So what I'm saying is, if it was that form of a poly relationship, then they wouldn't that, like you said, wouldn't stick to that relationship, because there would still be kids.
That's a relationship. He's coming in, he's marrying these different wives and having children.
Marriage is still a relationship. So what I'm saying is, you're talking about different kinds. Yas has something to say.
You're talking about bringing in different a man and woman around your children. The same thing happens when you're divorced, and people have relationships all the time. You don't have to include your kids.
Getting married. That's not bringing. That increases as well.
And that's the same thing, but you don't have to. You don't have to bring your kids into any of your relationships. Period.
No, I know that.
Unless it's
I know that.
Unless it's to that point to where you would marry this person into your family.
Yeah, there's only been my ex-husband and then one other guy that's ever been around my son. So I know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It'd be the same if you're in a polyamorous relationship. Like you don't just bring anybody around your kids, period. Even if you're just in a monogamous relationship, you're not just gonna bring anybody around your kids.
Yeah, but the more people you bring in and out of your house, the higher risk of your kid being violated. So,
but that's in any relationship. That's in any relationship.
Why would a polyamorous relationship you be bringing more people on than a monogamous relationship?
I mean, let's not pretend that the majority of these polyamorous relationships, people aren't bringing a lot of different people in and out of their houses, because you can watch these shows. There are many different shows of I'm sorry, the message, but there's many different shows on television right now with polyamorous relationships, and the way they're depicted are part of it. Yeah, and I'm just giving my opinion on it. I'm not saying that this is a staple of the polyamorous relationship, but my concern when there are children involved in these relationships are that when children are involved, them being violated.
Well, yeah, I think if children are involved, it should be treated the same way any relationship should be treated. Or even if you're not looking to have a relationship with the people you're bringing around your kids, like you still just shouldn't be bringing anybody around your kids. A lot of times when kids are abused, it's by their family members, the people that they trust. It's not by these random strangers that you're bringing around.
I mean,
Right,
there's
exactly.
a high percentage of family members, but that is high. That's definitely true. But I'm saying polyamory hasn't been as popular as it is becoming right now. But I'm just saying that's my concern. I'm not saying whether the majority of kids that are violated are from relatives or not. I mean, that's not the argument right now. So
Yeah, I agree too, and it should be 100% a concern for anybody. Like we should all be watching who we're bringing around our kids, regardless, and you shouldn't just allow your kid to just be comfortable with any adults or just random adults.
right. I'm not against polyamory or
I think these things should be universal when concerning a child. So like when talking about a polyamorous relationship, if you're a responsible adult, you should just assume that you're going to implement these rules.
yeah, I'm not for or against polyamory or polygamy or anything like that. I think for people that it can. I've seen it how it's depicted on television. I wouldn't be for that. I don't think that they safeguard as much as they should. But I mean, I think I don't want to say, you know, certain people that of non-colored are don't protect their kids as much as on those shows they don't. But I'll let somebody else. I think my issue with these type of relationships, the surfacing of them is just like, right now I just feel like it's a cesspool of guys trying to find opportunity or some way to convince women that them having multiple women in their lives, access to more women without actually really having a justification for it, is kind of why you see a lot of these types of relationships trending, are men trying to push for them. And the thing that reality is, and the thing that bothers me most, is like most people can't even manage one relationship. Relationships are very problematic these days, and if you look at that, it's not even. But can I just say something really quick? Because if you watch the shows, the Polyamory, what's the other one that we were talking about, where the man only there's one man and a bunch of wives, Polygamy. None of the men can support multiple wives. That's what I was gonna say. Like you can't even take care of the first. They don't, and they don't even. All of the wives have jobs. They can support the wives and the children. They make the children pay rent. So on these, if you watch it, the children that are 14 and older have to pay rent. Why do you have multiple wives and a bunch of children that you can't afford to take care of them?
No. Why do you have multiple wives and multiple children working and you guys aren't rich? Filthy rich.
Well, you don't. You're making a 14-year-old that goes to school pay rent. Why? That should no. That's why I don't support it. I don't support that because your child that's 14 shouldn't be paying rent. You shouldn't have 4 wives and 24 kids that you can't support. So no, I don't.
There's monogamous people that makes their kids at 14 pay rent and get jobs.
I don't support that. Don't have 24 kids. I haven't seen any families that have 24 kids that can't support them. I haven't seen that. Please show me the ones that have 24 kids that can't support them. 24 kids.
I don't know anybody that got 24 kids and 4 wives and they working and they're all not rich. Like, I don't understand that.
Okay, so there's a family on there that has 24 kids and he can't support them. Why do you have 4 wives and 24 kids and you can't support them? No, you shouldn't have them. No, don't
don't sit there and the only reason why they're supposed to have them on TV is because they're not Black and they're not of color. And they're pushing them out there like it's a great thing, but you can't support them. They're trying to go through high school and you're rent. No, this is not okay. So I don't support situations like that. If you can support your kids and you can support your wives, then sure, have them, but you can't. So no, you shouldn't.
Well, and for me, it's finances is one piece of it, but I feel like there's also a lot of dysfunction because let's just be real. Relationships are difficult. You're talking about bringing in multiple people who have, and then let's talk about the health aspect of it too. I was like, are y'all like? It just seems to me so bizarre that, and I know this is practiced in other parts of the world where it's the norm, but I just feel like it's dysfunctional, disgusting, and it's also like unrealistic to actually for these things to be very successful. Where there's like, can you imagine like how, most people in just two partner relationships can't see eye to eye. You add in another person and it's like, really? Like, how do you even have time, money, resources, and like, it just, and the communication, it just seems like some.
Hey, so we're clear about what we're talking about. We can have a deeper discussion about this. We're talking about polygamy, which is when one man has multiple wives. Polyamory is is a person that has multiple relationships with multiple people. And then there's polyfidelity, and that is a relationship where there's multiple partners where they're all equal.
How would they not be all equal? I don't understand. You explain that part. Like, what do you mean?
Well,
oh, you mean like in the first type of relationship?
The difference between polyamory and polyfidelity is polyamory, that person, like if I was a polyamorous person, I would have multiple relationships, but none of my partners have to know each other. They just have to know that I have multiple relationships. If I'm polyfidelish, I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend who is also a partner with my girlfriend or boyfriend, and we all know about each other, and we're all in a relationship and equal partners. Polygamy,
like what is the reason for it?
I'm a man and I got 4 wives.
Okay, and so, but what is the core reason for this, for those type of relationships?
Whatever they want, that's their decision. That's up for them. Some people want the freedom. Some people just don't like to be tied down.
But
you have to find a polyamorous person to ask them.
Okay, well, I guess. I mean, when you really think about it, it's just like, okay, I could see where that could maybe create, like, if they're all communicating and saying like, okay, we're all in this together. So I'm just trying to play this out for a second. We're all in this together and we all go and do our health screenings. What's our given date? We're all going in to get ourselves checked out health-wise and for STDs and everything on Wednesdays. And then like we keep this on a weekly rotation to make sure like we're like.
You're just thinking from
your there's so much
heterosexual perspective though.
I just feel like I mean it could work if they actually just. I asked myself, like, I'm trying to be open-minded, so I'm trying to just picture how this will play out. But I still think at the end of the day, I have problems with just like with communicating in one, not just the communication piece, but like one relationship is complicated enough. I don't see how adding to that. I mean, I guess if you have like four dudes and you say, hey, we're all in it, we're all in this together. All y'all are showing up on Wednesday for sex screening. Y'all are all available to me, like if and when I'm interested. And I need to know, kind of like where this test and tracing with the corona, you have to like sign, if you go out to a restaurant or a bar, you just have to sign up so they can track you. And you're like, okay, so if you go outside of this or square or get into a relationship, I need to know like the name and number of who that was so I can track them and trace them and text them and make sure they didn't also have STDs or anything. Like, how does that system work? I just feel like if the communication is there, it actually could present to be safer than just like
communication. Like if you're having sex with somebody else, use a condom.
I don't know, but I'm really I just think it's a mess. I really feel like the only reason why people are entertaining and pushing it and it's trending right now is just because, oh, there's another option for guys to have more women without any real reason behind it, because it's like, let's try to find a logical way.
Yeah,
that
most
women will get
people
behind.
are just taking advantage of the situation. That's how everything is. It's the same as the Black Lives Matter protesters. Like, we can say everybody's saying they're looters, but it's not them looting. There's just people who are gonna loot to take advantage of any situation. If there's a flood, there's gonna be people looting. If there's a blackout, there's gonna be people looting. So if there's a protest to turn into
If
a
there's a
riot.
blackout,
Yeah,
it's kind of like cheating. Like,
if there's a
if
protest
they
to
have an
turn into a
opportunity,
riot,
they're
there's
gonna do
gonna be
it.
people looting. If there's something, period, there's gonna be people who's gonna try to take advantage of it in their own way. But we can't just put it on that, like on the system. People are taking advantage of it.
Okay, but y'all are boring, so I'm gonna go.
We're boring.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad we're
I feel
doing
like that was very
a show.
entertaining.
No, I'm just glad we're doing a live stream to entertain on it. Are you having brunch?
Are you eating breakfast?
Oh yeah, get off my plate.
Is it brunch?